Hi guys, this is Black Prism, and in this video I'm gonna show you how to make a layered superstar trap lead. First, let's hear a demonstration of the sound. Let's start by loading Silent 1 and initializing the preset. Okay, so for oscillator A, leave the default saw wave, set the unison to 8 voices, set the detune to 1.33, and disable the retrig. For oscillator B, set the wave type to a saw wave, set the unison to 8 voices, set the detune to 1.52, and disable retrig. Now we are going to apply glide to the sound. So turn the mono legato on and set the port time to 5.8. Now we're onto the effects, so route the sound to a mixer track. Add blood overdrive to the sound. Set preamp to 0.32 and set the post gain to -0.23. Add parametric EQ2 to the sound and boost the highs. Finally, add a compressor to the sound and set the threshold to -15 dB, set the ratio to 4:1 and set the gain to 3 dB. This is it for the first sound. Now for the second sound, add another silence patch and initialize it. Okay, so for the first oscillator, leave the default saw wave, set the unison to 8 voices, set the detune to 1.5 and disable retrig. For the second oscillator, leave the default sine wave, set the unison to 8 voices, raise the pitch by 1 octave and set the volume to 50%. In the amplitude envelope, set the release to 4.5. Apply the modulation envelope to the pitch, set the amount to -0.57 and set the decay to 1.2. Turn mono legato on and set the port time to 5.8. Now for the effects, route the sound to a mixer track. Add parametric EQ2 to the sound and boost the high mids. Add a wave shaper to the sound and set the tension to 20%. Set the volume of the sound to -3.4 dB. Now for the final sound, add another Silence 1 patch and initialize it. For the first oscillator, leave the default saw wave, set the unison to 7 voices, set the detune to 1.06, and lower the pitch by 1 octave. Also disable retrig. Now add the distort effect to the sound, set the distortion type to fold back, set the amount to 3.05 and set the dry wet to 80%. Also add the chorus effect and leave it as is. Turn mono legato on and set the port time to 5.8. Now onto the effects. Route the sound to a mixer track, add parametric EQ2 to the sound, and boost the low mid. Add a wave shaper to the sound, and set the tension to 10%. Add Maximus to the sound, and in the bend section, set the low bend to 330 Hz and the high bend to 3700 Hz. In the wave shaper segment, in the low bend, have the stereo separation set to 100% merged, in the mid band have it 30% separated, and in the high band have it 60% separated. Set the volume of the sound to -7 dB. Now route all of the sounds to another mixer track and name it leads. In the lead bus, add an EQ to the sound and high pass it at around 130 Hz. Add fruity reverb to the sound. Set the wet mix to 80% and the stereo separation to 40%. Add OTT to the sound and set the depth to 30%. Finally, add a growth beat to the sound and choose the sidechain preset and set the tension of every line to 16%. You don't have to do this, but I personally like it because it gives a bouncy feel to the sound. That's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for other sounds, please leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.